think about is Autzen Stadium in Eugene, Oregon. This is one of the most acoustically challenging places for opponents to step onto the field. The loud and the proud, the Ducks make noise whenever opponents come to town. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. Alabama about to kick off to get things started. He'll bring it out. It's Bear. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. Running inside. It's Griffin. Turning it on. He's brought down at the 29 after a 10-yard gain. The Ducks are in the hurry-up.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a first down. Oh, and here they go again. First down.
Maybe a crease. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Defensively, you'll take the slow down. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making them run to guys, and get them on the ground. For goodness sakes, this guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
Finds his man. It's Bear. First grab of the season for this highly talented freshman. They believe he's just going to get better each and every snap. Caught in the backfield, it's Stewart. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Defense, what are we doing? How are you going to let that guy, one of the best receivers in the entire country, be wide open like that? You're just making it way too easy for the offense.
And the Ducks will line it up on 1st and 10. Moore, play action. Under fire. Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throwaway.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. On the move. Picked up about 6. They're looking at 3rd and 4. Ball's at the 25. They're in field goal range, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. On the gun, on 3rd down, Dante Moore. Serious arm strength on that 3rd down pass, but it's incomplete. This offense wants to establish an aggressive identity. They'll go for it on 4th down. Might be changing the route. 4th down, Moore. Unloads it left. Big tight end makes the grab. 1st down, still on his feet. They were easily within field goal range there, but they don't feel like you can win this game 3 points at a time.
Nah, pass. I mean, you got to be aggressive. You got to get touchdowns, man. You've seen the emphasis. Defenses are willing to give up yards now to make you kick field goals. I like this offense being aggressive. Forget the 3s. We need 6s.
Defense there to stop him after he spun his way to a 5-yard pickup.
Once you start getting closer to the end zone, you start bringing in more big bodies, right? They're going to run the football more. The field shrinks. I can run different coverages, but really nice job saying, that's fine. You bring in the big bodies. I'm going to toss the ball in the perimeter for a nice positive game.
And already this guy is leaving his mark on this game. Opening drive, back-to-back runs where he's found a way to get positive yards. He was able to pick up the first on that last carry. They should keep feeding him the football. The more success they have, it's going to open up the play-action game.
The Ducks trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. He's going for the goal line. And he's in! Touchdown, Oregon!
And that's a great job finishing the drive, but man, I gotta go back. I love the fourth down call. Being aggressive, first drive of the football game for this offense. They set a tone, they cap it off, they create momentum to start.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. So a drive there of 82 yards, and they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. From the gun, the ground game. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. Guys, let's chat about Alabama. They've gotten deep into the conference race, sitting on top of the standings right now. That conference championship game is starting to loom large.
It is, and there's so much at stake, right? Like knowing in the 12-team playoff that I have a chance to get a bye, right? If I can win my conference. So a lot at stake. They've done really well. They're at the top of the leaderboard right now, Palmer, but a little bit of the season still left.
Yeah, you got to focus on today. We're at that time of season where all of us love talking about what's coming up and we're predicting who that conference championship game is going to be. Can they go to the playoff? It all doesn't matter if you don't win this game today, so you've got to be focused here. This is a massive game.
A designed run for the quarterback. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. Oh, a big decision here early as they leave the offense on the field in their own territory. They want to keep this opening drive alive. Russell will throw for it on 4th. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted! Oh, what a play!
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Knocked down at the 35 after a pickup of 3.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little bit.
Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
And a big defensive tackle getting off the rock. Nice job seeing play action, understand his pass, beats the guard, gets to the quarterback, and gets the QB on the ground.
It'll be 3rd and long. Moore from the gun on 3rd down. Here's the pressure. He gets away. He gets it to the 38-yard line, but this defense forces a 4th down. They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. Everything will have to be clean from 55 yards away. And he missed it. No good. And the margin remains at 7 after the miss. That's the end of the period, and Oregon has the lead. Let's take a peek at the numbers so far. So after the break, they'll go back to work. They'll test the right side. Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case in there. They try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Russell. Bringing the heat. He's sacked. This defense all over it.
That is how you start a drive. Meet the physical challenge on 1st down. Rush the quarterback, get the sack on 2nd down, and now put him in a 3rd and long situation. Nice job by this defense.
Russell from the gun on 3rd down. They're working that left side. What a play by this defense, and they stop him short. It'll be 4th down. The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. Gets his first one of the day away. Might be a little stiff. They only used him twice in that loss a week ago. He'll get it out to about the 20-yard line, and that's where they'll mark him down. Here comes the Duck offense to get the drive started. Last drive ended after a long missed field goal, and they have it back ready to go to work. Making side adjustments here. Dante Moore. Under fire. Interception. You don't see him make that kind of mistake very often. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And the defender makes a great read, breaks on the football, and makes the big interception in the back end. And here's the thing, that's number 4 this season, so he's finding the football consistently.
Three tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. Looking for space, it's Coleman. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And this offense on 1st down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. The Tide will have to call their first timeout. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. So now it's 2nd and long. Could not make his way to the corner. In their vision of that play, someone would run free after making an easy catch. There was nowhere to run and nowhere to go except down.
Probably looked really good when they drew that one up on the board this week in practice, but obviously a lot more difficult to go out and execute. Give the defense credit. Great stop.
From the gun on 3rd down, Keelan Russell. Got the quick pass.
When on that outbreaking route, really it's designed for the receiver to make the catch before falling out of bounds. Nice timing and anticipation by the quarterback on that throw.
And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. The ricochet off the left upright and through. That'll bring him to within 4.
And that's a really good response by this defense. Their offense throws an interception, puts them in bad field position. They respond with a stop, force a field goal. Yeah, they got 3 points, but great job by this defense.
They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. They'll run it to the right. Crosses the 30 to the 31 and a 6-yard pickup.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball.
There's a crease. At Oregon, and when the gun goes off and he hits open field, he is headed to the tape and he was burning by the time he hit the end zone.
And they've had guys year after year with serious track speed. They'll get you the small runs, lull you to sleep, and then boom, they make those big plays because they got big-time playmakers with speed at running back.
And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Keelan Russell got his man down the middle. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. Alabama with a multitude of options on second and short. The run inside. It's Riley. Crosses the 45. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle, nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
Well, it was a good throw, it was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Looking for a man, it's Russell. The throw to the outside is complete. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
Running backs are wide receivers. They do such a great job nowadays out of the backfield. All you got to do, dump it to him. Get it to him quick, and he'll make the rest happen with his running back skills. But they do so much work with wide receivers in practice that they basically have become wide receivers.
He stopped at the 32, picks up 10 on the play, and gets the first down.
Nice job by the quarterback, pre-snap and post-snap. He knew the defense was going to be playing zone coverage, and there was no doubt in his mind where he was going with that football.
Rides the back and leaves it. Give him 9 on that one, sets up a 2nd and 1.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16.
Well, I love the job by the offensive line, getting a good push there on second down, and you see guys bleeding into the second level of the defense getting a hat-on-hat to go get that first.
Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Throwing Russell. It's complete to the left. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up.
Now, a lot of times when you see running backs catch the football, man, they've got a little bit of space to operate. That's great coverage. Being right there when he catches the ball to deliver the hit, to make sure he doesn't secure the catch, elite coverage.
Never a doubt. That'll make it a 1-possession game. The lead is 8.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Coming out with it, it's Stewart. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. So frustrating for an offense to just give away yards with false start penalties. He wants to change this route. Alabama calls its second timeout of the half. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. They'll go play action with Moore. Oh, they're after him. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Well, they tried to go play action on that one to see if they could freeze the defense, but a great job getting to the quarterback, not being fooled by it, and forcing the incompletion.
Moore. That's reeled in. It's Johnson. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
It must be nice for this quarterback knowing he's got this type of athlete playing the tight end position that can work the middle of the field for him. He's a guy who can stretch it vertically as well, but this is a guy the QB will look for early and often in this game.
He's in open space downfield. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. Now the Tide uses its third and final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. The offense stays on the field. Maybe they'll try to make the defense jump. They also might try to run it ahead for 1 yard. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for Welcome to Autzen Stadium in Eugene. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration, Senior Day. It's the Alabama Crimson Tide and the Oregon Ducks. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
Thanks, guys. The Tide head coach told me he has been warning his players all week. They're in the top 25. They might have the most talent, but he understands this environment is insane. This crowd has proven to be one of the best in college football, and he understands they can disrupt play calling, communication at the line of scrimmage. He has been playing crowd noise all week in practice to make sure his players are prepared. Guys?
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. Alabama about to kick off to get this game underway. He'll He'll bring it out. It's Bear. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Griffin. Out to the 35-yard line and a little extra breathing room with that 15-yard pickup. No matter what uniform the Ducks are rocking, they are dressed for success on the ground.
And that's who they are, right? They're dressed for success. They run the football, and then after that, what do? They run it some more, and they run it fast. Every Oregon team always been built on that tempo and ground game.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
Leaves it with the back. Makes it past the marker. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
Looking for a crease. It's Griffin. Got a little grass. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. The Ducks racing to the line in a hurry-up.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll go to the ground. Oh, he's got some space. They get him corralled, but he carries it all the way down to the 7-yard line.
You've got to be loving what you're seeing from your offense here on the opening drive of this game. They're in a really nice rhythm. They've got real good balance going on right now, and they've got the defense on their heels.
Going to the run, it's Davison. He just kept those big, powerful thighs churning, but he'll be knocked down at the 1.
First down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
They'll try to run it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Ducks!
How impressive has this offense been just hogging the ball? They've just been eating away at the clock. They've been matriculating the football down the field. And here they are scoring a touchdown on their opening possession. The opposing quarterback's like, bro, when am I going to get the ball? When do I get a chance to take the field? That was crazy.
And they had the extra point to finish the drive. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Moving out of the pocket. He's going to run it. What a nice job by the defense stringing that out and forcing him out of bounds. He got nothing. Just like we expected, this home crowd getting involved right from the start. Now here's Russell. Steamrolls his way ahead. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. 3rd and 6 yards to go. Russell. He's got him. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
That's a 3rd down the offense simply had to have there. You're obviously trailing early in this game. You're trying to generate some momentum. So 3rd down, defense is playing zone. You just got to find the soft spot in coverage, make it easy on your quarterback. Those two guys able to link up.
Looking downfield, it's Russell. And the pass is incomplete, and that wraps up the first quarter. Chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. Looking to fire. Throws to the tight end. A strike downfield. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down.
Well, that's a real good-looking throw, and I know at Alabama recently they've had a lot of different quarterbacks, and they've also had a lot of different guys calling plays. But one thing that's never seemed to waver is how explosive the offense has been, and the big reason is because of the efficient play they've had consistently year in, year out at the quarterback position as well. They recruited extremely...
Picked off. Takes it the other way. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. If you like old-fashioned, grind-it-up, run-over in football, that last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
That was impressive, man. Great blocking up front and tough physical running by these ball carriers, Dave.
And now you wonder how the defense responds. Like, are they going to get way more aggressive to try to stop the run? I got to do something to break the rhythm of that running game.
Here's Moore to throw. He's got it. Open space at the 25. Touchdown, Oregon! Rolled into the end zone, and this crowd was eating it up. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. The returner will field it and bring it back. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. The Tide ready to roll on offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Keelan Russell. Got him downfield. Racing down the left side. The 30. The 20. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Tide.
And that's what makes this guy so dangerous. You get him the ball early, and he can do all the work after the catch. Phenomenal job in the open field. Uses the speed. It's a long touchdown. Man, it feels like an earthquake just went off here.
Yeah, and it's so nice to have that guy that you can find, and he can make all that damage after the catch. And I tell you what, as a defense, you got to respect it. You got to get more eyeballs on it and more attention to him.
And the kick is no good, but a penalty flag is down, and there's not much doubt this is going to be roughing the kicker. He'll bring it out. It's Stewart. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Extra blockers on the field. Offense goes full house. They'll give it to the back. Gain of 8 yards on the play. He's too short of the first down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with second and short. They feed him again. Creates a little space. Could be an alley. Stopped at the 42, but he got 15 yards on the play. This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. To the ground with the back. Got 6 yards on the play, 2nd and 4 coming.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. And the Ducks can really attack on this 2nd and short. Here's the handoff. Couldn't fight his way out of his grasp.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
The give to the back. Got enough for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
That has got to be so demoralizing for the defense. You haven't been able to stop this guy all game long. And here on 3rd down, they're handing it off to him anyway because they don't think you can stop him. This defense right now, you see a lot of people hanging their heads a little bit because they're not playing with tons of confidence.
Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. He's there to make the stop. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
Guys, we knew this would be a telling week, and Week 12 has not disappointed. Let's get you updated right away. We begin our coverage with Florida State taking on the number 10 team, the Iowa State Cyclones. And it's the Seminoles coming away with a blowout victory in what looks like a major upset. Expect major changes in the polls this week.
The Alabama offense coming onto the field. They start this 3rd quarter 1-possession game and hoping to get an early drive going.
This
breaks into the open. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a 1st down at the 38. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Throwing Russell. Shoots it to the left. Intercepted, and that's not how you want to start a half. Got room on the return.
What a great job by the defense that time. Cover 1, man coverage, and did you see how everybody was impressed? When you press receivers, you disrupt their timing. You get your hands on them at the line of scrimmage, you jam them, and it completely disrupts the quarterback and his thought process, and that time, that was a big reason that ball got INT.
He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal. The Ducks come to the line in the hurry-up. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Ducks! The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. And the extra point puts them on top 21-6. The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
Here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. That last drive ended with an interception, and this time it's paramount they take care of the ball. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Russell. Pocket breaking down. And it's a sack.
Man, it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold on to it for just a split second longer, and they were able to get the sack.
The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on 2nd down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Well, another incompletion, and you can see the frustration building, but you got to give the defense credit. They came into this one knowing no one was giving them a shot because of their record, because of what their stats are on paper, but they're playing better football. They're playing with better effort, and right now,
offense staying on the field there and hurry up, looking as if they'll go on fourth. Fourth down, Russell. Throwing right. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. Offense in the sumo set with the big boys. Power football with the run. And this guy has some shiftiness to him, and he showed it off to the defense after picking up a few.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Quickly complete. That's his first catch of the season, and they believe he is a freshman who can contribute a lot early. Precision, execution, and timing to pick up the first down on the out route.
I think you're spot on. Those out routes, man, it's got to be about timing. You got to throw that football before he breaks. Nice job seeing it. Short yard situation, throwing the ball on the money so the receiver can get upfield and get the first down.
Backed up now, here's second and long. He might want another play. Throwing more. Here comes the heat. Makes the catch. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a big gain. The Ducks headed quickly to the line. Dante Moore wants to throw again. He's got the back in the middle. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down.
one of the things I love about the passing game we've seen on offense so far here is just how good the decisions have been by the quarterback. He's not being too greedy. When the shot plays have been there, he's taken them. They've scored points because of that, but he just takes what the defense gives him, and you're just whittling away, and you're marching the ball down the field. Really good decisions by the QB.
Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Can't quite cross the frame to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
When I think you're seeing the mental approach this offense is taking now, the nice lead here late in the third quarter, they're satisfied to just run the ball and chip away at this clock. This has been a really good-looking drive. Plenty of plays. They're staying on the field. They're bleeding and ticking this clock away. Nice job there getting it done on the ground.
This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks! And the beatdown has ensued.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner will be brought down. They'll snap it from the 10 for the first play of this drive. Using his legs, it's Coleman. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
And he dropped it, just didn't look the thing all the way in.
And you didn't have a lot of panic in the first half, but man, you're starting to get now in the second half, and this offense just has really, really struggled, underperformed. You know you're a better team, but this offense hasn't shown it. This team hasn't shown it. It's the third quarter. They got to.
And here's the 3rd interception of the night. And what return as he takes it back to the 8.
Coming out of the tunnel in the third quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the third quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the first half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind.
Beck's going for the goal line, and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Oregon! He scores for the 5th time in this game. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. Makes a move. Oh, what vision. And there he goes. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Bama! He is headed to the sideline with a little bounce in his step after scoring on that kick return.
And he should have some bounce in his step. How about the effort, weaving in and out, covering all that space, great blocking on the play, and he does the rest. You don't put guys back deep that can't roll. And you could see when he got in the open field, he rolled out.
And he made the extra point without problem.
Alabama, 13.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Stewart. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he stopped right there. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. They'll try the run. And brought down, looks as if that's how we'll end the third. This game is all but officially a wrap as we take a look at the top 25. Late in the season, time running short if teams want to make their move in the rankings. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Quick release by the QB. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. And the Ducks want to move quickly. Crosses the 40. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
And this offense has really done a nice job on the ground. Like, the ground game has been solid, man. Nice job opening holes, running the football. They've been consistent with the run. And as this game creeps along, right, if they can continue to do this with the lead, this is going to be a game that they're going to have in hand.
The Ducks with the 1st and 10. Running inside, it's Davison. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there.
Finding some room. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Great job by the offense there, getting the first down on the ground, staying in bounds too. So if you're on defense here, you might want to start thinking about using your timeouts. You've got 3 in your back pocket, but trailing, you've got to start using them.
There he goes. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22.
Everything going the offense's way. They're trying to ice this game late. They've got a really nice lead, so you just want to run the ball, high percentage throws, and keep the chains moving, and they're doing that. This has been a beautiful drive to watch. Offense continues to stay in a nice rhythm here late.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Dante Moore finds his big tight end. Now the connection takes it to the 11. The Ducks, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Moore will throw. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
They'll go back to the air on second down. He's got it on the move. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. In the gun on third down, Moore. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
And this offense now is decision time. Man, they put a nice drive together. You want to walk away with points, but how aggressive do you want to be? Do you want to take this field goal, or do you want to try to get a touchdown?
They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. Moore to throw for it on fourth down. Touchdown, Ducks! Right on the money, and he makes the grab in the end zone. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
Just one of those mistakes that can happen as the kickoff goes out of bounds. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty.
Let's go. Booster, booster. Freeze. Go.
Keelan Russell. Pressure coming. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense.
I got to give this defense a lot of credit. They were very confident coming into this one, even though they were going up against one of the best quarterbacks in the entire country. They're confident because they believe in their ability to get to him, and they've been able to do that in this game. There's another sack here, though.
Several defenders get an assist on that tackle. They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a third and long.
Level. Rock. Square. Move. Sweet.
Looking to throw, it's Russell. Complete. Runs through a tackle. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Chip. Go!
Throwing Russell. It's complete. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
You count up those explosive plays in a game, and you put a little extra star by the big runs.
Yeah, this running back is a weapon, boy. He is so good in space. He's got shiftiness. He can make guys miss. And if this guy gets into the second level, watch out. He can hit a home run.
From the gun, looking for a man. And it's his 4th interception of the night. Past the 50, the 40, the 30. Past the 20. Touchdown, Ducks! What momentum you get when the defense comes up with a play like that. They've now extended that lead, and they're trying to hang on for a Week 12 victory.
What an incredible individual effort by that big fella there. And, Dave, you know, it's funny. I've been hearing more and more about how these D linemen are the best athletes on the field. What do you think?
I present to you Exhibit A. Look at the big fella. Not only does he make the catch, okay, so I can be a DB, I can be a wide receiver, I can catch it. I got the ball in my hands. Guess what else I am? I'm a running back. I take that thing all the way back to the house. Exhibit A, the best athletes on the football field.
On the move from inside his 5. He'll be chased out of bounds inside his own 20 at the 18-yard line, and a great job of coverage there. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. On On the ground, it's Coleman.
And I think this offense is all but surrendered, right? Like they're down so much. They need to be throwing the football if they want to score a bunch of points to get back in this game. But they got to find something moving forward, man. This was a rough day. This was not a great offensive performance. They got to bounce back the next opportunity, the next moment. Because today, it was not a good day.
Here's the heat. Still on his feet. Finds the tight end. At the 35, he's loose. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. Alabama hit him with a big pass play. Will they keep slinging it?
Here we go. Ready. Here we go.
The gift to the tailback. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Well, that last play is basically a microcosm of what today has been like for this offense. Just nothing happening. Not physical enough at the point of attack. They're being swarmed. They haven't had...
There's some room. Pulled down for the tackle.
Man, too little, too late. Where was this earlier in the game? They could have used that explosive play earlier when this game was close. But obviously these guys are still out here. They're still competing. They're going to keep fighting until there's zeros on the clock. But they need more plays like that earlier in games moving forward.
Get the W, and with that being win number 6, looks as if they're going bowling, guys.